How do, and Happy New Year 2023. Wow, hope you've all had a great break, nice holiday with your family. I had a nice relaxed time, hence I didn't really post between Christmas and New Year. After doing all that brew dog, I thought I wanted a rest. So I thought I'd make a quick update video and let you know what's coming up in 2023, or at least first month or two. And to do that, I've got a Julius 54 BC, which is a strong blonde Belgian ale. I do like Belgians at this time of year, well, especially between Christmas and New Year, but unfortunately they were a little bit late on the delivery. I ordered it in time, but must be the delivery firm just had drivers off because of the holiday, and it only came a few days ago, so I'm drinking it now. I've actually bought several Belgians, and I'll do some reviews of those as well. So let me get this open and we'll talk about what's coming up in the next few weeks. I do have a confession to make though, and that is I drank all the ale maker. And I gave some friends and they liked it. It really is nice ale. It's sort of like a cross between like a traditional English with all that Morris Otter that they use. I think every beer had Morris Otter in it. And then of course the New World hops, the New Zealand hops and the American hops. Really nice, really nice. So I drank them all. But I do plan to get some more, so I will review them eventually. Okay, so this is Julius. I believe this is made by Hoegaarden, and I only thought they did a wheat beer. That's all we get on the supermarket shelves, but they seem to do quite a few different styles of beer. As I say, this is a strong blonde. It's coming in at 8.5%, so I'm only having one of these today, and it's a 330ml bottle. Let's go for the aroma. Belgium. It's definitely a Belgian. It's got that slightly sweet, candy sort of aroma. A little bit of malt there. And some of that spiciness. I'm not picking up any fruit. Maybe a hint of the banana, but I'm not saying much. Most of all, it's like a sweet candy with some spice, but it smells like a Belgian. I mean, there's no mistaking it. Okay, cheers everyone, and Happy New Year. Oh, that is a nice beer. Quite light-bodied. The alcohol is very well hidden. I'm not tasting alcohol, but you do get the burn as it goes down. It's light flavoured. I was expecting a bit more punch in the flavour, to be honest, but it is quite light. There's some little bit of malt, like caramel, toffee malt. There's that sweetness, but it's more now mixed with the malt. It seems to be more like roasted caramel rather than that candy, and then you get a little bit of that aromatic spice coming through. Finish is quite dry, and there's not a lot of bitterness. A little bit of like a mustiness to it as well. It's a pleasant beer. It's not outstanding, but it's pleasant, and it's definitely Belgian, which, like I say, I like at this time of year. So yeah, it's okay. I don't think you can find it in the shops though in the UK. Julius 54 BC. I don't think, it must be Julius Caesar or someone, I expect, although yeah, was he killed in 54 BC? Maybe. Yeah, we can't find it on the supermarket shelves here, but I wouldn't really rush out and try and find it on the internet. It's okay if you come across it, but don't rush out and buy it. Okay, so what's coming up? Well, everything at the moment is still, it's either brewing or it's conditioning. Where I've got my fermenters at the moment, it's 15 degrees. And so the peach IPA, which was kindly given to the channel, that's taken a lot longer to ferment than I was hoping for. I was hoping to actually have it drinkable for a taste test New Year's Eve, but it just wasn't ready. But I have been able to bottle it. I bottled it just a couple of days ago, and they're in the bottle now, but again they're at 15 degrees. We've turned the radiators off just to save some energy in that back room because we don't use it for anything, so everything's taken a little bit longer. The other beer I've got on is the St. Peter's Plum Porter, but again I've just put that on, and again it's at 15 degrees with an ale yeast, so that's going to take probably a full 2 weeks just to ferment, and then probably the same amount of time to carb up. But that'll be interesting because I plan to do a side by side, and let's see if Muntons have pulled it off again. They did with the Wherry. That Woodford's Wherry was spot on. Let's see if they've done it with the Plum Porter. However, one beer that does like 15 degrees is my my Pilsner with the Nova Lager yeast. Now I'm not going to say too much because I'm hoping in the next few days, the weekend, or possibly this time next week, it'll be ready for a taste test. But let me say, I think that Nova Lager yeast, now it's available in 11 gram sachets, is going to be a game changer for home brewers. It really is. It started at about 10:52. It finished around 10:10, 10:12, and it ripped through in about 4 days at 15 degrees. Ripped through at 4 days. However, there was still a lot of fizz in the hydrometer tube. I thought it had finished, so I left it another day. This is day 5, and it's still the same reading. A little bit of fizz still, just a little. So I left it another 2 days. On day 7 it had completely finished. So for a lager yeast, that's damn fast. 15 degrees, 1 week, job's done. I was a bit lazy, however, so I bottled on day 9, and they're still in the bottles now. But they're starting to firm up, and it's only been about 36 hours, and they're starting to firm up just after that short time. So I'm thinking that, yeah, maybe at the weekend that's going to be ready, which means total time will have been about 10 days from start to finish, or close to that. If I wasn't so lazy in bottling, if I bottle on time, you know, it's like 10 days from start to finish, and it is really clean. Even from the outset, it's just clean. There's no sulphuriness, there's no diacetyl, and they do actually say, because of that, that's Lallemand who make Nova Lager. They do actually say that you don't need to cellar these or lager these. They don't need extended lagering, because you lager to get rid of those flavours, to let it condition. But this doesn't produce any of those flavours from the start. It is a lager yeast. It is a genuine lager yeast, but they've developed it so it doesn't produce those off flavours. So it doesn't need lagering. And what it gives you, and what you notice from about day 3, because I was doing hydrometer readings every day just to check this, you've got that crispness, that real lager Pilsner crispness, that the M54 from Mangrove Jacks and the Lutra, the Kvite, that I have been using a lot of for lagers, it doesn't really give you that same crispness. This does. This is a lager, and it tastes bloody good. But I'm not going to say any more. I'm talking about the lager now. I'm not going to. No, I'm doing a taste test soon, so I'll talk about it all then. But I think it's a game-changing yeast, not just for home brewers, but for the lager the professional brewers when they're brewing a lager, because it doesn't need that extended cellaring time, although I think that will obviously benefit the beer. But if they just want to shove it out fast, this is the yeast to use. So that's what I've got. That's what's going to come up. I'm going to enjoy this now. Like I say, it's not spectacular. Light bodied, light flavoured, and the flavour doesn't stick around. It's gone very quickly, which means you've just got to take another sip. But at 8.5%, not too fast. So I'll probably sip on this and what's left in the bottle. Oh, there's yeast in the bottom as well. There you go. I'll probably sip on this now for about another hour and call it a day. So thanks for watching. Lots of things coming up in 2023 I've got planned. Starting to brew all the other recipes now for my book, and I'll be doing taste tests of those. I'm thinking of doing a red ale next, because I've been inspired by that 5 AM Saint from Brewdog, and I also like the Squid Assassin or something it was called, American rye, and I've never brewed with rye, so I might make like a rye red ale for the book. I'm thinking of doing a Belgian as well. So yeah, all of that's coming up as well. So lots of things in 2023. But thank you for watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers as well. Rest assured there'll be lots to entertain you with. And well, as always, I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye for now.